Hey everyone, Hassan here. Got another Power Rangers review for you today. This is the Armored Mighty Morphin White Ranger. So this is from the Armored Might line, and these armored figures basically have some sort of a form, a regular form, and they kind of upgrade to whatever mode. So, for example, we had the Mega Force Rangers, which turned into Ultra Mode. But then you also have these Mighty Morphin Rangers, which, like the Red Ranger, which got his Dragon Shield. And this guy, which is not really in the show at all, but they made his upgraded form with the armor. That's actually his normal form. And there was the Robo Knight as well, which they kind of did something similar. So here's the figure. First, quick look at the box. Armored Mighty Morphin White Ranger. It does come with one card, which we'll take a look at. Attach the armor, and he becomes his normal-looking mode. This is for the Power Rangers 20th anniversary. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers there. There's that. And that's. And then the back of the box, 9 pieces of battle gear. It shows those there. The little prototype figure that they show doesn't have the armbands. The armbands are like painted on or something. So that's a little bit different because this toy actually does come with the armbands. And those are all the other toys that you can collect. So I have done reviews of all of these guys. These two are okay. I really don't like the armor pieces with him. And same thing with the White Ranger, as we'll go over. But Robo Knight's actually really cool, so check out my review of that. And they have a little story for Mighty Morphin as well. So yeah. So basically, the idea with this figure was they wanted to make some sort of an armor mode for him, and since he was already wearing armor, they just made that his armor mode, so they needed a normal mode, so they made him kind of in the style of the other Mighty Morphin Rangers, with the little chest design there and everything. So obviously he's from a different Sentai season, which is why he had a different look to him, but this is kind of an interesting, like, what if? You know, I have partially. I have the Red Ranger and the shield and stuff's falling off, but just to get an idea, like you look at the chest design and stuff. So he's kind of made to look like he fits in with the others. I suppose it's kind of a cool what if, but personally, I think it just doesn't look good at all. It's just weird. Maybe it's because with all the other Rangers, they have like their bright, darker colors as their main color, and then the white is just the plain design in the middle. Whereas he is kind of plain all over because he's the White Ranger, and the gold is the design in the middle. It seems off to me. It's a little weird. It's a nice what if, I suppose, but it's just kind of weird. Here's the Mega Force Red Ranger. Is just another little comparison there. Oops. So yeah, I don't really like it. The regular design personally. I give them props for trying to do, like a design similar to the other Mighty Morphin Rangers, but it just doesn't work for me, personally. Maybe other people like it, I don't know. Yeah, his main, feature, I guess you could say, is that he can get the armor and kind of become the regular White Ranger. But in terms of articulation, I'll show that as well. The head rotates around 360 degrees and can move up and down. The arms move around, and they can move all the way up. And they can rotate around 360 degrees there, and they bend at the elbow, and ball joint there. The chest piece can move a little bit there. The top part here can even rotate around 360 degrees. He can do the splits. He can move forward and not as much back, but he can bend at the knees, and this can rotate around and bend at the feet. So basically, lots of articulation there. No worries on that regard. He is in that kind of stylized look, very muscular and everything. Sort of that anime style is what I tend to refer to it as. Just kind of over-exaggerated everything. So that's kind of interesting looking. So let's get to all the armor now, basically. So he comes with a bunch of armor pieces. He comes with these two pieces here as well, these two other hands, so you can switch with the hands. There's a little peg in there in case you wanted to hold something, like one of the weapons or something as well. So you do have that option. Yeah, I'll show you the weapon that he comes with in a little bit. But in terms of transforming him, so this is where it's kind of a pain personally. I really don't like it, but I'll show you why. So here are the leg pieces. So you'll take two of the pieces there. No, those are the same. There we go. So you're just going to place those right over those little triangles, cover those up. Nobody can see that. And then they connect in like so. And then like that. So the leg pieces are not bad. You know, that kind of works well. It's the arm pieces that really annoy me. And the reason is, so you have these little arm bands which are going to go around the muscles. They don't stay in place. They drive me crazy. Then you have these little bands that go around the arm right here, and they don't stay in place that well either. So it's just so annoying. But the way that you do that, you have to kind of detach the arm at 2 points. The instructions don't show this, but they tell you to detach the hand, which you're going to have to do anyways, so let's do that. And then they tell you to try and fit the armband around the hand, and it has to get up to the muscle. It doesn't work that way. Like the other Mighty Morphin ones and everything, you had to detach that full arm piece so that way you could slide this all the way up. And it's supposed to kind of sit on the muscle, and it kind of sits into place somewhat, but the second you start moving this around, it falls apart. So you just kind of fit it on somehow. Connect that back, and then you take this armband and connect it over it. Now this one doesn't go back all the way either. Maybe I'm not doing it right, or I don't know. This part doesn't work, so you have to do it this way, and it's all the same circular shape around. So you can kind of do that. The little gold part is still showing slightly, so that's kind of a little weird. And you'll see the armband is not sticking into place. And then you'll stick the hand back on, like so. If you can get it back on. There we go. So this is already kind of falling down. I'll fix it later. So let's take the arm out of there. Put the armband on. And the reason I complain is because, you know, for collectors, I'm sure you'll do it once and have it on display. Okay, whatever. But this is designed as a toy. This is not an SH Figure Arts model or anything, you know. This is a toy. And for toys, kids are going to be taking this thing around and playing with it. And, oops, I need this part of it. And, yeah, it's just not, it's not going to be that fun if everything keeps falling apart. If you're a kid and you're going to take the toy and you're going to want to be like, you know, fighting with it, like, you don't want armor to be shaken all over the place. That's not going to be fun. Okay. Armband keeps getting in the way. And we'll stick that. So here's the part where this became loose, so it came off. So you really have to make sure it's tight on there. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see if that works. Maybe I just suck at doing this. I don't know. But it's frustrating. Because the Robo Knight in this line is actually pretty nice. You know, the Robo Knight works really well. It's mostly these bands that go around the muscles. They just don't stick into place super well. You can kind of put it fully up if you want, I guess, but then you're going to be hindering some of the rotation articulation. You don't want it to cover that. Alright, so finally got that stuff on there. So let's get the chest piece on now. So you have this and this. So dun, 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 dun. There you go. There's your Mighty Morphin White Ranger. Oops, and he just fell off the table. There's your Mighty Morphin White Ranger, guys. Hold on. Yeah, okay. What an entrance. So, he looks kind of nice overall. You know, once all the armor and everything is on, as annoying as it is, he looks pretty cool, I guess. So, there's that. The articulation is definitely hindered now with all the armor. You know, the arms automatically are kind of outwards. You can't push them in because of the chest piece. They only go up completely horizontally. And that's about all that is hindered from this articulation now, I think. Just the arms a little bit from moving inward. I think that's about it. But yeah, there's that. And he also does come with Saba as well. So Saba actually looks pretty cool. I like, you know, they have the silver paint on the blade, the gold paint in there. I think that looks pretty nice. And you can have Saba clipped onto the side here. So you can have him clipped on like that. And, oops, I bent his arm a little too much, so the muscle band popped off a little. So you can have him clipped onto the side like that, or you can have him holding it as well. Oops, and as I was doing that, I accidentally got this one loose. Okay, there we go. You know, so overall, you know, he looks kind of cool once everything is on there. It's just that transformation process, which is the main gimmick of this toy, is just kind of annoying. I don't know, so it's kind of annoying. But you do have, you know, if I want to compare with some of the other figures as well, what is kind of neat, I suppose, is that, you know, you have, like, here's the Megaforce Blue, whoops, in Ultra mode, if he will stand up. And you can actually mix and match some of the armor and stuff as well, if you wanted to. So, like, here's the Megaforce Red Ranger. And then if I wanted to give him the White Ranger shield, dun, da, da, da. So there's that. So this is actually kind of cool. I like that you can do that. If you have the different figures that you can mix and match the armor, I like that component of it. I think that's pretty neat. And then, you know, I can give him, if I wanted to, from the armored Red Ranger with the Green Ranger's Dragon Shield, I can give him the Dragon Dagger if I wanted to or something. You know, just have, like, fun with it and come up with these crazy combos. That's really one way to get some enjoyment out of these guys. You know, so there's that. Yeah, I mean, the main toy itself, the White Ranger figure, is all right, I suppose. Nothing too fancy, I guess. So I don't really like the Armored Might figures that much, personally, just because of how annoying, as you saw, it is to kind of transform. So there's that. But once it's all completed, it's not too bad. Personally, though, if you're going to have to pick one armored figure out of all of them, Robo Knight is pretty awesome. Check out my review of him. He is great. But out of the Mighty Morphin ones, if I had to pick a Mighty Morphin one, the White Ranger, just because the Dragon Shield on the Red Ranger is such a pain. This one, the shield is very nice. So not only was the armbands a pain on the Red Ranger, but you also have the shield. This one, it's just the shield that's annoying. Or, sorry, just the armbands that are annoying. The shield is fine. So at least you have that. So that's that. That is the White Ranger for Mighty Morphin. The last thing that I want to show then is the card that it comes with, the exclusive card. So if you are a card collector, you gotta get the toy. So here it is, promo card number 164. So let's take a look at the sound it makes in the Gosei Morpher. Okay, Mighty Morphin White. And then the clip that it plays in the card scanner app, it's a pretty cool looking card, promo card 164. Alright, let's see. It's taking its sweet time. Come on now. Alright, no to cancel. Let's try this again then. If you error out on me and make me do this whole review again, I will be so annoyed. There we go. That was a pretty cool card. I don't know what he was doing with the whole thing with Saba and stuff, but Still interesting. So yeah, so that's promo card number 164. So that's exclusive to this toy. So that is the Armored White Ranger from Mighty Morphin. If you guys have any questions or anything, post them in the comments below. But that's about it. We don't know if there's... I guess the next Armored figures they're going to release are probably for Super Mega Force. I know Raz said he found some of those in the Toys R Us systems. So we'll keep an eye out for those. And hopefully they are much less annoying. Hopefully they're more like Robo Knight in terms of how nice and easy they are to transform. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and see you guys later. Go, go, Power Rangers!